Good morning, parents and campers, and welcome to day 8 of our virtual summer camp here at Camp R.I.S E. My name is Miss Brown, and I am the social worker for the Reset program and the hostess for your mini virtual social work moment. I'm looking forward to working with you today. I'm excited about these affirmations that we've been doing daily. I am in hopes that you are using them at home. I am inspired by you. I am encouraged by you. And I am hopeful and optimistic that you are using these, applying them, and modeling them, and teaching others what you have learned thus far. So I hope you have your paper handy so that we can go ahead and get started with our affirmation. Get your pencils and so forth. And while you're doing that, I'll go ahead and give a quick recap of yesterday. So yesterday, we did our affirmations with EFT, our tapping, kind of circled around that again. That seems to be a great hit here. And we went ahead and talked about us being a good friend. We challenged ourselves to do something nice for somebody, showing that we're a good friend. And we talked about how being a good friend touches on some of our 5 competencies with social emotional learning. And we also talked about what being a good friend does for us. So today we're going to go ahead and circle around again, and we're going to do our affirmations with some music again. So we're going to go ahead and jump into our affirmation, and we're going to be serenaded with none other than Chopin. And we're going to go ahead and start with the affirmation for the day. I have strength in my mind. I have strength in my heart and clarity in my mind. It's hard to read this backwards when I'm looking at this video. So the affirmation for today is I have strength in my heart and clarity in my mind. I have strength in my heart and clarity in my mind. I have strength in my heart and clarity in my mind. And before we begin, before we are serenaded by the lovely music of our Polish composer and pianist Chopin, I want you to think about, what does this mean to you? And who could use this today? I know I can use this every day. I have strength in my heart and clarity in my mind. And this can mean so many things to so many different people, but I'll share with you what it means to me. To have strength in your heart means you are stronger than your adversities. You can conquer anything because you have a strong heart. You aren't moved. You are planted firmly to the ground, and you are confident. That's what that means to me. And when you are strong and your feet are planted to the ground and you are confident, then you are able to have clarity in your mind. And when you have a clear mind, you are able to make the best decisions for you. You are able to stay safe and healthy. And you are able to have peace and calm, which are some of the things on the top of my totem pole. So this is actually one of my favorite affirmations. I have strength in my heart and clarity in my mind. Now I want you to think about, what can you use right now to strengthen your heart? How can you have strength in your heart? How can you gain clarity in your mind? And as we recite that and grace by this wonderful music, I want you to think about that. So let us start. We're going to say it 3 times, and then we'll have some discussion. Let us repeat together. I have strength in my mind, in my heart, and clarity in my mind. I have strength in my heart and clarity in my mind. Now let's say it with our eyes closed and let's feel it. Let's be present in the moment. Let us really, really experience this graceful music. Let us partake in this moment of gratitude. Let us be thankful for this moment that we have here together. Let us understand that we have strength in our heart, which means our hearts are beating and alive. Blood's flowing through. We have oxygen in our breath. We're breathing. We have eyes to see. Our limbs are moving. We can walk and talk. We can breathe once again. We have strength in our heart and clarity in our mind. We are clothed in our mind righteously. We are partaking in this moment of gratitude. Now let's close our eyes and say it. I have strength in my heart and clarity in my mind. I have strength in my heart and clarity in my mind. I have strength in my heart and clarity in my mind. Now, I want us to do it with some breathing. I have strength in my heart and clarity in my mind. So the first sentence we're going to exhale. I have strength in my heart and clarity in my mind. Breathe in. I have strength in my heart. Exhale. And clarity in my mind. Breathe in. I have strength in my heart. Exhale. And clarity in my mind. Notice when we breathed in, that's that place that is said to be the most peaceful places in the world. That pause in our breaths. The best place of peace. You have strength in your heart and clarity in your mind. And let us come back together. It's beautiful to hear that music in the background as we talk. I'll let him play softly as those waves go through our ears and eliminate any negativity, help release any pressure points that may be in our meridian points of our body, get that negative energy out, and then bring in that oxytocin, that love neurochemical, so that it can flood our bodies. So having strength in your heart, we already talked about that, and clarity in my mind. How can that apply to social emotional learning? So that can gain more self-awareness. You're aware of your thoughts and feelings. You understand what's happening around you, and you can gain firmness by that when you have self-awareness. It's very important that you have social emotional learning skills, because as young children, you want to be able to master this now, so that when you grow up to be an adult, because you'll be caring for us here once you get older, you want to make sure your EQ, which is emotional intelligence, is in line with your IQ. So your IQ is how smart you are, your ability to learn and comprehend. Your EQ is your ability to understand the feelings and emotions of yourself and others around you. Same thing with social emotional learning. So we want you to have a high EQ just as your IQ, because if you can't work with others, your IQ is minimized. It really is diminished. It diminishes it. So we want to strengthen that EQ so that you can go out into this world and be successful, productive adults in our growing society. So know that you have strength in your heart and clarity in your mind. And as you leave this session with me now, with strength in your heart and clarity in your mind, I want your mind to be focused and ready for your next session. Go into it learning something new, because you are now grounded with strength in your heart and clarity in your mind. So now you have the ability to partake of all this new and abundant information that you're going to receive in a few minutes and apply it, and then show somebody by modeling it, and then be able to respect yourself and others. So I thank you for participating in this brief moment with me. I hope you are enjoying these affirmations and these interventions with our affirmations as much as I am. I am thoroughly enjoying it. And it's providing me some calm and some hope right now, as we are going through some difficult things in our own society right now. So these moments with you, I thoroughly enjoy. It's a moment of peace and calm, and I hope it is for you as well. I look forward to working with you tomorrow, doing our affirmations. Have a great day. Be grateful, be open, and be clear in your mind. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow.